know, Charlie Sheen is a new Netflix documentary and a memoir on the way where he opens up about his very public struggles with addiction. And he sat down with Michael Strahan to talk about his downward spiral. Take a look.
1998, you had a overdose.
I did. My son was admitted here yesterday as a result of a drug overdose.
Your dad turns you in for violating probation. What was that like?
It felt like just the biggest betrayal you could possibly endure.
So you didn't see it as love, you saw it as betrayal.
Saw it as love eventually, but in the moment, it's like when in the book when my bodyguard comes to the bedroom door and he says, you know, the U.S. Marshals are on the way. You know, we're leaving in 5.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in his condition, of course he saw it as a betrayal. Yeah. Would you think of this as a betrayal?
Yes.
Absolutely.
No. I would.
Absolutely not.
Well, but she does.
This
That's
is called
okay.
the view. And my view as an Italian mother is you do not turn your children in. Especially if they have a drug problem or a mental health problem, you send them to a shrink or a hospital. You don't call the police. Yeah. Charlie Sheen Martin Sheen made a big mistake. Your child is suffering, they have an illness, you do not send them to police.
I respectfully totally disagree. My sister's a recovering addict, which I've shared before. She's 12 years clean now, but the most loving thing a parent can do is tough love and get you off the streets and the help that you need. You are a danger to yourself when you're actively
You're agreeing with me.
But no. I think that was the right thing.
How do you get the help that you need in jail?
You don't.
I disagree. It's actually what ultimately led to my sister getting sober, was she was forced off the streets for long enough. She then went into a long-term program after she got out of jail, but it's sometimes the one thing that will get people clean.
When you're in addiction, you have a single fix you're looking for. You're not thinking clearly, you're not reasoning. Like he said, I eventually saw it as love. It took him time cleaning up, getting out of it to actually be able to look at it. But Alyssa, I don't call it tough love, I call it love. I think sometimes parents bury the bodies, don't turn the kid in, enable their child until they're grown.
That's not what I said.
No. I'm adding you in that you said you're an Italian mother, you don't do that.
You don't send your children to jail. You call the doctor.
He was, by the way, this was an accountability.
I'm with you, Joy.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm with you.
But the problem
this
is
Afro-Latina mother would not do it.
Finish the point.
When you enable a child for decades, you are part of the problem that ends up living in your house, incapable of employment, not being able to support a family or see a life that you wanted for that kid because you helped do it.
Let me just clear one thing up. Charlie was not living.
No.
I just want to clear that up.
I'm saying metaphorically,
living
you end up
on
with that.
Addiction is not something that a parent gives to a child. Addiction is not something that a parent enables. I agree with you, Joy. I think someone like Martin Sheen, who has resources, there are people that don't have resources and have to call the police, but someone like Martin Sheen, who had money, who had resources, you get your kid into a hospital.
I'm sorry, I'm going to shut this down right now. I'm going to shut this down.
I'm scared now.
Well, you should be. Because if you don't think they did everything, when I tell you,
we mortgaged our house, we spent everything we could
to get him straight. This was the last straw. Because there was nothing left. And what they didn't want, and thank God it didn't happen, is they didn't want him to die on the street. So that's why that went down. But you know, every family has to handle this differently because every addiction is different.
I think that's a fair point.
Yes. Every addiction is different.
And you were closer to this because you knew them.
Well, I'm closer to it because having been an addict, I understand, you know, an addict's way of thinking. We can BS you like nobody's business. I'm going to get clean. I swear, I'm never going to do this again. It's never. And the next thing you know, you're in it again, and your parent or the person that loves you is like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So sometimes you don't have any other choice except because we all like to think that if we had the money, if we just had the money, we could make stuff better. Money,
a lot of rich addicts
doesn't always help. And we're going to have a conversation with Emma Willis.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
And we can talk about, and
Talk about resources, yeah.
Talk about resources and what you can do and what they can do.
Yeah.
And Joy, if I was your child, I would appreciate that you didn't turn me in. But then you'd be pissed off at me because I'd go behind your back and do something dumb. Because that's what addicts do. We'll be right back.